Warning, the following podcast has extremely high levels of Kenny Bolin. Studies have shown that excessive exposure to Kenny Bolin may have damaging effects to your physical and mental well-being. Viewer discretion is advised. No, seriously, we mean it. There will be naughty words, lots of them, probably. Now you've been warned. This warning sponsored by the Story Time with Dutch Mantel.
My old buddy, Dutch Mantel, bringing us another edition of the Bolin Alley. And I'm sorry, Adam Edge Copeland, coming in here starting shit already. I paid $2 to the charity to keep the intro playing. You tightwad bitch. Paul RJ says he's made a donation right off the bat. We appreciate that. We'll get into all that in a little bit. I'm going to let y'all, because I know y'all, you think y'all know where this show's going tonight. And you don't, because there's a reason. Hang on here. Making sure I don't have any important messages. Tried to get me a little bit of a nap. Oh, 98-inch television. What's the price? Well, I don't see it. I got to look it up. I'll look it up later. It's a big TV. That's a big one. I'll look that up after the show. Somebody looking out for me. Because when your TV's only 77 inches big, you might need a bigger one. So long, I guess, I know that, and answer me this. Did you all hear any voices in the background during the intro? Did you all hear anything? And I'll give you an idea, just say yes or no. Did any of y'all hear any voices, background voices, during the intro tonight? And just let me know if you did or didn't. All right, 1, 2, there, make it. And can y'all hear me? You did not. Okay, I'm about to do something, and then tell me if you hear anything. Computer. Simon says Kenny Starbreaker is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Kenny Starbreaker is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Starbreaker. No, the music loud if that's what you want. Well, I did want the music loud. Yeah, I did want the music loud. And anybody that doesn't like that song has got mental issues. Everybody loves that song. As a matter of fact, I have been voted the #1. You're very close. I'm very close. Okay, well, hang on. Let me make some adjustments. All right, that should have boosted it. That should have boosted it. I'm very quiet. I'm not all about that shit. All right. Heard that perfectly. Okay, let me try it again. Yeah, all the volumes were a little low. Computer. Simon says Kenny Starmaker Bolin is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Kenny Starker Bowling is the greatest podcaster of all time.
Okay. All right, y'all saying the audio's, but yeah, I apparently had the volumes pretty low. Did you hear the echo? This is the echo ball. Volumes are fine here. Did you hear the echo ball? Hear you loud and clear? How you doing, Jazzy Jana from Louisiana? And we have an announcement about Jazzy Jana coming up here in a little bit as well. Well, isn't that the truth? Kenny, I'm about to break a star. I'm about to break one. It's getting close. My electric bill, ladies and gentlemen, was 3 months ago was $60. Maybe 65. It was in the 60s. I remember like 60. 2 months ago, my bill was $103. How you doing, Billy Sellers? Billy Sellers loves the intro, by the way. Well, decent, normal human beings do. But are you all hearing the echo ball in the background? Like, let me try it again. Computer. Simon says Jazzy Jana is from Louisiana.
Jazzy Jana is from Louisiana.
Okay, now did you all hear that? Because it's measuring on the meters, but I couldn't get it to sound as good as I wanted. It sounds great in my headset, but when I was making recordings of it earlier today, it sounded like shit, and I don't know why. So, Billy Sellers likes music. So, Jazzy Jana, did you hear your promo? Through the echo ball. The echo dot is now in the back. You didn't hear it. Billy, so none of y'all are hearing that? That's weird. I mean, if I hit that button, what's it do? Nope. That takes me off the air. What'd that do? All right. Do y'all still hear me? Just a yes or no out of anybody. Do y'all still hear me? We're just clowning around on the air. I didn't hear the echo in the background. Well, no, not. Okay. I did with the little hearing I got. Still, oh, okay. We hear his echo. Okay, so you are hearing the echo ball. All right. Here we go. We'll try it again. Computer. Well, that didn't work. Okay, no, that ain't gonna work. I gotta hit that button to do that. If that button ain't on, it don't work. Computer. Simon says Naughty Nicole is.
Naughty Nicole is.
I had something to rhyme with Naughty Nicole, but you probably shouldn't say it on the air. So I had to back out of it. We'll try it one more time. Computer. Simon says Tampon Don is a jackass.
Tampon Don is a jackass.
All right, yeah. Even Echo agrees. So if you all are hearing the, because I was going to play music on it, because I thought you would hear it as clear as I do. And we were going to set up tonight and do a music request show that we've done before. And, but apparently, okay, pasta tartar. Okay, good. And, well, wait, just talking about it's not an AI voice. That is I have a direct connect to Alexa. And I have this ball named Computer. Computer, what's the weather in Louisville, Kentucky?
Currently, in Louisville, Kentucky, it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly clear skies. You can expect more of the same tonight, with a low of 67 degrees.
Yeah, it was the damn Alexa voice. There you go. Yeah, it was supposed to go up to 84 today. And then I got the 7-day forecast. And with my fucking electric bill being through the moon, I had a $60-something bill, a $103 bill. And then the bill after that, $273. I had the air conditioning off at least 6 days that month before the billing cycle hit. So I saw the weather report, and if it doesn't hit 90, if it stays like 86 or below, it's not too bad in here. There's a lot of shade. I just open up all the windows, and with the shade and everything, like my thermostat says it's 80 degrees even in here, and it's 79 outside. So it's pretty much, keeping the indoor temperature going, matching with the outdoor. It's about a degree warmer in here. But if it's up in the 90s, say 93, 94 out there, it'll stay 84, 85 in here. And that's about my cutoff line. If it gets above 84, my ass turns the air conditioning on. Well, the weather report today was 84. Yesterday was 81. I was out in Carrollton. Oh my God, are there some stories there. Went out to see the good folks at Two Rivers. Brought back a shitload of food. I've got all kinds of catfish. I've got all kinds of honey glazed salmon. A chicken pasta salad that is amazing. They sent me back a bunch of that. Oh my God, I haven't had any peach cobbler today. They sent me back a container full of a shitload of, well, let's see. Geez, our AC running 24/7 only jacks our bill up to $150. Yeah, I had a guy today tell me that he's got a 3-bedroom house and that his bill this month was $250. Well, I got a large 1-bedroom apartment. The bedroom is even bigger than the living room. Living room's a good size. Kitchen is average, maybe a little smaller than some kitchens, a little bigger than most. And the bathroom is probably bigger than most. And I got 2 walk-in closets. That's it. Now, it does have 13-foot ceilings, so that factors in. If you got an 8-foot ceiling, 9 or 10 foot, it's less airspace to air condition. But, it got a little, Mr. Limley has made a donation. The AC bill is what? Oh my God. So, and they're not going to do shit about it. I'm going to call the electric company and say, oh, well, maybe you had the air on with all the windows open. Yeah, that's what I did. Lived here 7 years, never done it before. But yeah, I've gotten so senile, being a Biden supporter and all, or at least as long as he's going to be running, that I just decided to open all the windows up for 30 days and keep the air conditioning on. That's what I did. 273. And we're just getting summer going. So we got the July bill, and then we got the August bill coming, then the September bill, and the October bill might be up there. So I might be out I might be out $1,200 to $1,500 in fucking electric bill just to get me through the summer. So I heard the 7-day forecast, and starting Monday, we have thunderstorms in low 80s and even 79 on 2 of the days. I was fuck it. I'm just going to tough it out, because if that was my electric bill with 6 days of no air conditioning on, I can only imagine how bad it could be. So let's check some donations out here. And we don't have Adam Edge Copeland in here all that often. Hopefully we have something. Oh, I got my... somebody dropped this off at my door. If anybody wants to take credit for it, somebody dropped me off that City Connect bobblehead of Ashcraft. And now he got injured on his bobblehead day. And he's back in the minors again, but I'm sure he'll be back up soon. He's a pretty good pitcher, starter. And but somebody dropped that off at my door, and I have no idea who. It was in the box just like this at my door. Hasn't been opened. I mean, it's still sealed. And, I'm not really a bobblehead collector, so if there's any big Cincinnati Reds fans out there that are bobblehead collectors or know somebody that is, if somebody made a nice offer for it, I appreciate who dropped it off at my door, but if it'll raise money to feed some people, I'm cool with that. Many of the books are packaged up and ready to go. I do have to get Nicole's packaged up because I ran out of packages to put them in. And so Nicole's is going to come in a big old white plastic bag. They were shipping bags when I used to mail a shitload of merchandise out to people, like the headphones and everything. And I don't really sell the headphones that much anymore. I had to buy them in bulk, and I don't sell enough to buy them in bulk anymore. If I was still selling 20 or 30 sets of headphones a month, it'd be worth it. But I don't, I about sold everybody that wanted a set of headphones over the past 10 years. Mylene's watching in the house today. Sorry, I've had a lot going on here lately. Noticed you were on tonight, figured I'd hop in for a bit. Well, we appreciate you dropping in. We certainly appreciate anybody that can help us out tonight, small or large. We really appreciate it. I'll have to throw my reading glasses on here eventually. So let's see what we got donation-wise. Well, we have Paul RJ said that he had donated $13, and he did. And Dan Lemley donated $15. So there's $28 towards the helping our people tonight. We got a lot of people needing school supplies. We got some of them taken care of. Many of them I have taken care of out of my own pocket because they didn't have time to wait for us to do the Saturday show. Cheska right now is shopping for shoes. I told her to go ahead and shop for it. She was out of shampoo. She needed vitamins because she'd been sick a lot lately, but now that I've got her on vitamins, she's doing better. I think everybody remembers Cheska. So we got her on vitamins. So we need to get her vitamins, about $9. Her shoes are probably going to be, I'm guessing, $10. 10 or 12. And she needs a few supplies for school. She's starting her first year of college. And some food money. So probably about $25 or $30 would put Cheska in a much better situation. We need to get a 50-kilogram bag of rice for Eunice's family. The dogs are out of rice. The humans are down to like 1 kilogram. That's about 2 pounds of rice. I don't feed many. Not in the Philippines, not when they're eating at 3 meals a day. No complaints here. Just happy to be getting... well, you're going to get it. I mean, like other people that are waiting. You'll get it. It's always a matter of when, because I'm at the mercy of when I can get my son to get to the post office, and we both have had medical issues. I was going to talk about it tonight, but I'm going to save it for another show. I want to keep it a little bit more positive. I have a follow-up doctor's appointment on Thursday at 2 o'clock, and I'll know more then. All I know is that the last doctor's visit, we both got a lot of news we didn't like. So, and it does, we'll just leave it at this. It looks like I'm going to have a surgery, and it's a more serious one than I thought it was going to be. If I expect to live a whole fucking much longer. My brother was pounding me for information out in Carroll County yesterday. I forgot that he was watching the show, and I didn't know what he was talking about at first. He said, well, don't you have something you need to tell me? He said, I was watching the show. He says, I heard what you were talking about. I said, well, if you were watching the show, you must know what we were talking about. And then he kept maybe he didn't think I wanted my son to hear it. Oh, yeah. And a much more serious one. Thank you, dogs. A much more serious one than I thought it was going to be. And there, at my age, there is some risk. And anytime they put you to sleep, obviously there's risk. And then the surgery itself, there's some risk on someone my age. But to put it in a nutshell, I don't know if y'all can see it on the show or not. I don't see it on the show. But through my legs and my feet, I've been retaining a shitload of fluid lately. Way more than I thought. Normally, I can take Bumax for a couple of, I guess I'm talking more about this than I thought I was going to. Normally, if I take Bumax for a day or two, I can drop 20 pounds. Well, guys, I have apparently, over the last month or two, have had periods that I have gained nearly 40 pounds of fluid. And I figured I would see it in my face, maybe my neck. 40 pounds is a lot of fucking fluid. But I'm mainly getting it in my legs, my feet, especially my left foot. And to take the Bumax to get all that fluid off from you, you need to have access to a bathroom about every 15 or 20 minutes for 8 or 10 hours. And because I have to take a double dose for it to do the job properly. Don't take just one Bumax pill, you got to take 2. So I'm going into this more than I'd planned, but I wanted you all to have an idea. But the surgery to fix it, I thought was going to be relatively simple. I thought they were going to go through my throat, make some adjustments. Yeah, they were still going to put me to sleep. I'd be out for a couple hours, if that long. And then a little bit of recovery time, and then back out. Well, this is major recovery, major surgery, several incisions, and it's a risky surgery on somebody my age. I had 2 of my friends that have had this surgery. And I guess eventually the results were what they wanted. But the bad thing is they both had serious complications, and both of them nearly died in their 30s. One of them was in their 40s, one of them was in her 30s, a wrestling friend of mine. And I really have some thinking to do. Do I just try to go status quo and do what we're doing now and think 40 pounds of fluid ain't going to kill me? Or do we do something about it and hope the surgery goes well and there's less complications than my friends dealt with that are 30 years younger than me? So I felt I owe those of you that take the time and trouble to come in here and just kind of know what's going on. And I'll know more on my next doctor's appointment on Thursday at 2 o'clock. Hey, Timmy Lee, how you doing? So if anybody got in here late and didn't hear all that, back the show up and you'll know what's going on with me medically. Because I'm not going to do it all over again. And Adam, what can we do to motivate you to help us tonight? You'd mentioned the last time you were here, we were giving you some shit. And you were mentioning something about I had a book you wanted. Was it now the Scaramucci book? I donated one of those out at Two Rivers yesterday. And I want to thank the trolls that send me the Trump flags and the MAGA hats and all the stupid shit y'all send. I said, well, where will this shit be gold at? And I took it to the restaurant. And guys, it is 99.999% Trumpers out there. Once you hit the Trump, let's face it, the Henry County is bad enough in parts of Oldham County. Thank you, Choco. It's bad enough in parts of Henry County, in Oldham County. And then once you get past Oldham County, now civilization as you know it dramatically changes. Copeland knows what I'm talking about. So Copeland lives in an area that I used to live in. I used to live in the town that he lives in because I mailed him his books and I saw the city he lived in. I lived there as a kid many moons ago, but back when I was 6 years old, I lived where Copeland lives. And yeah, well, and TC, hopefully your shit's getting better. I'm not going to air that laundry out here, but man, I feel bad for you. And between your car wreck you've had and dealing with this other shit you've had. And then poor Vanessa out there, her father's being held hostage. They want her to pay 20 some odd thousand pesos to get her dad out of the hospital. And if she doesn't pay it, we don't have $400 here for that. And if we did, we'd have to make a decision. Do we pay $400 to get her dad out of the hospital who's dealing with stage 3 tuberculosis? And $60 a family feeds a family of 4 or 5 for 30 days. for every $60 we raise. So do we fuck all those families and don't feed them? Because we sure as fuck couldn't do both, even if we had the money. And trust me, we don't have the money. We haven't had that much coming in. Several of our big donors have been in tight spots. And the bigger money that was coming in there for a while ain't been coming in. And they've said as time gets on, maybe September, October, it'll pick back up again. But for the time being, those dollars ain't coming in. And in order to save these people from the situations they're in, it takes everybody watching the show to do a little bit. God knows me and Bob have been doing way more than our fair share, but it's my project, you know? And sometimes when I think this is just too fucking much and I can't do this anymore, then I think, well, who else is going to do it? And yeah, I've taken on a lot of families over the last 12 years. I've taken on a lot of families. And, but if I don't do it, no one's going to. So, and then if I quit, I've given up on them. So as long as I can sit here for however many hours a week it takes, we'll do the best we can until I physically can't do it. And the sad thing is that if every subscriber we had even had we don't have a $1 membership, but if every subscriber we had a $1 membership, $1 a month, we could solve every family that watches this show's problems with no problem. It'd be easy. Even I'd make a couple bucks. God forbid. And if we get 60 in the next 30 minutes, I will also donate 60. Are you counting what's already in, or do we have to get 60 more? Because I think right now we only have 2 donations. Let me check. Let me see what we got. Nope, that's it. We have Paul RJ down in Australia donated 13, and Mr. Limley donated 15. So we got $28. We got $28. Now Jazzy Jana, let me see the 60 more as of now. Okay, 60 more as of now. Well, this ain't 60. But I told you Jazzy Jana had made a pledge tonight. Jazzy, are you ready for me to read your donation? Are you still with me? Here comes some relief out of the bullpen. I'll read Michael Ryder's. I want to make sure Jazzy Jana's still here because she had made a pledge for tonight. And I want to make sure she's with us. Michael Ryder has done half of it. She says Jazzy's here. Okay, you'd made a pledge. I saw your donation go through, Jazzy Jana, and that will help us with Mr. Copeland. But Michael Ryder, first of all, his donation came through as I was talking about you, Jazzy Jana, and your pledge. Michael Ryder, my old buddy, Michigan Mike, has donated. You think Orton will induct Cena? We'll get into that. We'll get into that in a minute. I think it should be me. But, then again, a lot of people thought I should have inducted Cornette, and then Cornette apparently ain't going to go anytime soon. Michigan Mike has donated $30. So there's half of the 60 because Mr. Copeland said we had 28. Mr. Copeland said we need 60 more as of now. Michigan Mike has donated $30. Thank you. I didn't even know he's watching, Mike. Make sure to say hey in here and say hello to us. Thank you, my man. I really appreciate that because the dog food and rice alone, anything for a good friend. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. What did you think of the Republican convention? What are your thoughts? And we'll get into that in a little bit. If you're going to hang around a little bit tonight, I want your thoughts on it because I'll agree with what a lot of people said. The Republican convention was pretty good until Trump spoke. They said 30 minutes. I didn't watch it. I think Bob saw every word. I did not see every word. I didn't. Oh, you didn't see every word.
I tried to, but
well, God bless you. From an atheist, God bless you. I watched the see how long this unity shit was going to go, and somebody pointed out tonight. Oh, there was unity amongst them.
Well,
they were all in agreement.
I thought the first 10 minutes of his speech were really good.
Some give him credit for 30 minutes of it being good, and I didn't see all that either. Yeah, I watched the post-game show. Normally with a lot of these long-ass fucking shows, I watch the post-game show and hear the panel, and I want to hear from the pro-Trumpers. and the anti-Trump. I want to hear both. I truly do.
I see an echo. I hear an echo too when I talk.
You're hearing now. I don't hear an echo. I don't hear an echo on you, and I am on headphones tonight for one of the rare times ever.
Oh,
you're on headphones.
Edge. I'm on headphones. No, I hear an echo when I talk.
I don't hear any echo when Bob talks, but the fans are hearing it, and you're hearing it, but I'm not.
Yeah, but I don't hear an echo when you talk.
But you're not hearing one when I talk. See, you just heard one.
Mute your microphone just for 1 second.
Me?
Please.
All right,
Please.
give me a second.
And now, now there's no echo. So somehow, is it coming out of your headphones and the microphone picking that up? Bob is echo. Bob is echo. So when Kenny's
I'm going to go back to the old way of doing business. I'm going to go back to the creative Bluetooth speakers instead of the headphones. Okay. So I might be gone a couple minutes. This will give you time to chime in. By the way, real quickly, Jazzy Jana, it's given stadium effect. Oh shit. It might be, I don't know why it would be me, because normally headphones is the way to go.
Right.
And
unless your headphones are so loud that microphone's picking.
Well, you wouldn't think. Why wouldn't they got an echo before you come in? You know,
because you're not hearing yourself through your microphone headphones.
I'm not hearing. I don't hear anything. You cover with Jazzy Jana has. We got Adam where we wanted him. Jazzy Jana has honored her pledge. Jazzy has made a $50 donation. We got 30 from Michigan Mike, who's in here. But Michigan made a big statement here. Let's throw up what he's got. Read that. Maybe they might hear an echo.
What upsets me about the convention, here, let me do this. What upsets me about the convention is the amount of lies coming from the Republicans. The GOP could have nominated a decent human and gotten this country back on track, but instead backed an ass clown. And you know what? If Nikki Haley were running for Republican, if she had won the Republican nomination, I think there's a real good chance that a lot of people would have voted Republican.
I would be the first to agree with you on that. I'm going to kick out, turn you loose for a little bit. So we got 50 from Jazzy Jana, 30 from Michigan Mike, 13 from Paul RJ. Those didn't count towards the Adam Copeland challenge. And we got 15 from Daniel Limley. Daniel Limley is always good, helping us out on almost every show, and we appreciate it. I'm going to kick out. I'm going to go back to the old way of doing business. All right. And I'll be back in just a few minutes.
And then $60 challenge from Edge Adam Copeland. All right. Well, thank you, everybody who's donated so far. And what we're going to do, I'm going to just tack a little bit. I did watch I think I watched the first hour and 15 minutes of the Trump speech, and I couldn't continue on. Like I said, I thought the first 10 or 15 minutes, when he stayed on the teleprompter, it was a good speech. And it was, it was something that I thought, okay, maybe I don't believe that this event of last Saturday is going to fundamentally change Donald Trump. At 78 years old, people don't fundamentally change. But I did think that it would have some calming effect. And it seemed to for a while. And then once he started ad-libbing off of the teleprompter, and you can tell because of the way he talks, when he's reading the teleprompter, he speaks a certain way. And then he kind of goes over here. And then he kind of goes over here. And he starts going off script. And when he goes off script, he goes right back to the personal grievances, the crazy Nancy Pelosi with his little hammer movements, and the rigged election, and all the little petty grievances that he just won't let go of. And all of those things, to me, reminded me why I don't want Donald Trump as president. I'm a moderate, slightly left-leaning, more than I used to be, right? Slightly left-leaning moderate, very libertarian in that I am for a smaller government. I am all in favor of individual liberties. I think that a progressive Democrat, like if they had the House and the Senate and the White House, our country would be in debt forever. And I'm not a giant fan of that, but I'm going to vote for Joe Biden or whoever the Democratic nominee is, because I think Donald Trump is an existential threat to our country. I think he is too easily gives into flattery, and the strong arm men of they know how to play him. He has this personality. He wants to be worshiped. He wants to be like, I've heard reports that every cabinet meeting, this is from people who were cabinet members, every cabinet meeting had to start with every member of the cabinet spewing some kind of glorious, thank you, Donald, for your this. Thank you, President Trump, for this. They had to spend like 30 minutes of each cabinet meeting with each person going around the room praising Donald Trump in some way. And look, I get it. When you get to be rich and powerful, you're going to have an ego, right? That is, that's going to be you don't get to be rich and powerful without some kind of ego. Something drives you because there's something inside you, that ego that makes you want more. And that's how powerful people become powerful. They have an ego that drives them. I'm going to look at some of these comments here. That's my say. That's, I think he did fine for 10 or 15 minutes. And then we started going off script, and it was the same old Donald Trump that we've come to know for the last 8 years. All right, so let's see. Edge, Adam Copeland, I'll agree. Trump's an asshole, but is willing to say his part. If we had someone to say their part without being the ass that Trump is, we could maybe had a good candidate. Edge, our Michigan Mike, in 2024, the population has more tools than ever before to research and find the actual truth, but it seems every day more and more people believe the crazy nonsense that comes out of his mouth. That is, you look at that convention, and that, to me, didn't look any different than a Benny Hinn church, crazy, not meaning to offend anybody that likes Benny Hinn, but it's a cultish behavior. It is folks who are worshiping their guy. All the people in the crowd with the little bandages on their ear, okay. I was disappointed this. One took a shot at him. I think we said about a month ago that it was surprising that it hadn't happened to one of the two candidates. But still, I don't think that's not what America should be. That's not who we should be as a country, as a people. But, and I'm glad that he wasn't seriously injured. I'm very sad about the guy who was killed. We don't hear about the two people who were critically wounded, but again, people were injured, people were killed because we have got our country so divided that some people think that violence is the only answer. And that's just insane. They only could have selected someone else. Mike thinks that a Whitmer Warnock ticket would be for the Dems. I think there's going to be a huge backlash if Kamala Harris is kicked off the ticket. I think there's going to be a gigantic backlash from a lot of people, and not just people of color. And it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, my guy got kicked off. So I think there's a lot of folks who will be upset that we've got our ticket. The Democrats have their ticket. It's Biden-Harris. If Biden has to step down for whatever reason, and I'll say this, I think Biden has done a decent job. Do I think that 4 years from now, Biden will still be there doing a great job? Absolutely not. I don't think there's any way he
might be there, but goddamn, look at what's going on now. And I'm as anti-Trump as you get, and everybody knows that, mainly because I have known of him most of my life. I know so many people that know him so well.
Yep.
Like the Anthony Scaramucci's, Michael Cohen's, various other people that have known him. I've met him 3 times. I was there the night that he groped 2 of the WWE girls, and at least one of those was an OVW girl. I don't know if they've ever officially released the names. I won't be the one to do it. I don't even know if they are among the 12 that are taking him to trial once he's done with all these other trials. But I have, like I said, even if he hadn't done any of the other things, all you have to do is be a convicted rapist or an adjudicated rapist, as I hear some people say it. When 12 women are taking you to trial and 26 women have accused you, Bob, is there a family member that could be accused of such a crime 26 times you'd give them a pass? No.
No.
Not a father, not an uncle, not a son.
Say, look, it's just somebody with a grudge, just someone with an axe to grind.
You all know how much I love my son. You know how much I love various others. No, my brother, yeah, I give him shit about being a racist Trump supporter. If he's accused 26 times of sexually assaulting women, something's up. There comes a point. It's like, y'all remember Sheriff, I won't use the name he used because it's a very racist name. But y'all remember the sheriff used to watch the show. And I said, Sheriff, because he's a big Trump supporter. And I said, Sheriff, and because these rape things, they've been going on a long time. This ain't brand new. This shit's been going on a long fucking time. And y'all know the sheriff ain't been on this show in a long fucking time. He used to come at my door, bring me dog food. He'd put cash in the door because he didn't have a credit card or something. Don't know how a sheriff doesn't have a credit card, but he'd put cash in the door to donate to the shows. He'd
take it from the evidence locker.
Take it from it might not have been his money he was giving me. Now that I didn't even think about that. See, I tried to think of law and order. We don't know he did it, but is it a possibility? And he'd bring dog food over here. Well, Kenny, I don't want your dogs to be without food, and I'm over here feeding ducks. Seemed to be a real nice guy. And we sat on the porch, and then I found out why he went by that name, and I said, well, that's kind of racist. And what he said is, I think it's funny the way black people talk. So when I reported him for all the horrible things he was saying about me on a rival show, and I said, this shit better fucking stop. This is a goddamn sheriff. People are going to believe this motherfucker. I don't know how many, but there will be certain people because he said it. I said, now we're forced to go to court. Hi, Ruby May. Hi, Ruby. We did send Ruby a little money to help her with her school supplies. She's got 2 brothers that need help, which is about $20 a kid.
Too bad, brothers. No,
stop it, Bob. With being bad. Don't be bad, Bob. So the
drop
Echo's
out
gone.
Of school. Yeah, the Echo's
yeah,
gone. Drop out of school, kids, and
find
get a job.
Ditch. Find a ditch. That's kind of the advice my son and I have given many people. You're wanting the Filipino school system to bail you out of your mouth. Okay, good luck. So, but hi, Ruby May. Glad you're watching, and that's why I opened Facebook up tonight. Not for the freeloaders, but so our Filipino fans who haven't had a chance to get in lately could chime in and watch the show. Everyone knows I adore Ruby. I adore my little Eunice, my little Cheska. Oh, and the reason I was gone so long wasn't so much fixing the audio problem. Cheska's on her way to get her school supplies. And so I went ahead.
Not on the way there to your house to get them.
Not to my house. Not that I'm aware. She's got a long way to go. She's going to need more money. Yes, Daddy, my brothers know back. Yeah, her brothers need backpacks. Backpacks are a big deal in the Philippines. And her Hello Kitty bag broke from last year because I said, well, give one of the boys the Hello Kitty. That's almost basic torture to give a young man a Hello Kitty bag. But I was going to do it. That's a good bag, but the bag's tore up. It didn't last as long as we were hoping. So if we could raise another 1,000 pesos each for her 2 brothers, that'll get them their shoes and backpacks and a few things that they need. He is telling me to, we may have a surprise here.
Check your messenger.
I've been told to check because you, when you do nice things, Bob, you tell me not to check it.
Right. I don't want you to check it. So yes, Paul RJ, about the outage, cyber outage, it hit our company. I mean, it hit a lot of companies here. It did.
Yeah.
CyberStrike is it's like a antivirus kind of protection program. And they pushed out they pushed out an update that caused
Bob's my co-host
to crash. And it caused pretty much every Windows system that uses CyberStrike to basically blow up. Now, the company I work for, the servers that I work on, we don't use CrowdStrike, not CyberStrike. We don't use CrowdStrike on the servers, but the parent company does use it to manage antivirus protection on the laptop. So my laptop went into this loop, just reboot.
I was fine on everything except for trying to transfer my payroll to my PayPal account. It wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It went because I was telling Paul, because Paul said Australia went into a frenzy. He said there was mass chaos in Australia because all the airlines were shut down. Apparently, a lot of them here in America were. I said, Paul, I haven't seen any fucking problem. So I was trying to transfer finally got my PayPal shit straightened out because I switched phone numbers. And I can't transfer my payroll check to my PayPal account to pay my bills. And I tried 5 or 6 times. It's that fucking Microsoft shit. Yeah. So apparently, it affected Venmo. It affected PayPal, which are owned by the same company. But Edge Copeland, oh God, this pisses me off. This man. Now, Edge Copeland, I expect you to honor your goddamn word. What the fuck? We're gonna learn how good people can work right now, Bob. Mm-hmm. Edge, I expected you to honor your fucking word. We're going R-rated here, Bob. Now you heard me. You saw it in here. Yeah, language lawyer. You saw him say, Kenny, I'll match $60 tonight. Well, we had $28 in the house. I said, oh, we counting that? Do we get that 20? Oh, no, fuck that 28 is what he said. Well, he didn't say it like that. I did. No, starting now.
Right there.
Starting now.
$60 in the next 3 minutes.
So that 28, that 28 did
22
count.
minutes ago.
Yeah, and and there it is. We got it in writing. Well, I want you to know he didn't honor it. There it is. You see it? Can you read it to me, Bob?
If we get $60 in the next 30 minutes, I will also donate $60. That was 20 minutes ago.
So I thought, so we're within the time limit, correct?
We're still within the time limit. Yes.
We're within the time limit. So he says if we get, 50 from Jazzy Jana, 30 from Michigan Mike. How much is that, Bob? I went to Oldham County.
$80.
That's 80. Now, I was in a county yesterday where 50 and 30 would have been struggling for a lot of those people, especially when I met at my brother's house. Oh, my God. Tim, I hope you're watching. When we left his house, I kept calling him because I wanted to talk to him about a visitor he had, and he wouldn't answer because the visitor was there. But let's put it this way. When this visitor came to his house, me and my son looked at each other, and we both thought of the same thing. He says, Dad, are you thinking of the movie Blazing Saddles? I said, I am. And he says, I said, I'm going to get to the point. Just hang in there, Edge, because you've already violated.
So pushy.
He's already violated his word. He said he made a challenge and he didn't honor it. And I'm about to point it out here in a second. But I got to get. So this guy shows up at my brother's house out in Carroll County. And my son says to me, Dad, you remember the movie Blazing Saddles, right? And I said, I remember in Blazing Saddles, there was a man named Gabby Hayes who clearly stated in frontier gibberish. This guy comes up and he must talk to us for 15 minutes. My brother understood every word he said. Me and my son looked, and he kept talking to me and asking me questions and telling me shit. And then me and my son looking. And now we just start, you know how it is. You just start going along with it. Yeah, okay. And then you just say, okay. Because you don't know what he's saying. And he's in his mid-30s. But apparently he's got a crack addiction that I wasn't aware of. So my brother will not answer the phone every 11 because I want to see if he knew why we brought up Blazing Saddles. And Gabby Hayes here clearly stated in frontier gibberish, because he kept saying the sheriff is an N-word. Mm-hmm. But the noise in the town kept drowning it out. My brother wouldn't answer the phone because the guy was still there, and he knew we were going to talk about the communicational skills of said person. So Adam did not honor his word. He wants me to get to the goddamn point. He said he was going to match the donation. Kenny, I will match that. You saw it. He didn't. You know what he did? He sent $100. Woo! Woo! 100.
Yay, Adam.
He did not. He did 40 more than he said he was going to do. I did ramble on. Thank you.
Yeah, so
not quite as much as Trump did at the Republican convention, because we ain't been on that long. We ain't been on.
Adam, I don't know. I've gotten your contact information, so yeah, we'll be happy to chat with you after the show. he'll reach out to me either on Facebook or the X.
What does Adam need?
He wants me to talk to him after the show.
Oh, he wants to talk to you?
Yeah.
Oh,
He has
okay.
a few questions, probably about CrowdStrike or maybe something else.
Well, that could
Maybe
be.
about my Jamie Benn t-shirt jersey. Maybe about how I don't do construction work, which is why I was late tonight, because my brother and I put up insulation in our patio, and I was reminded as to why I don't do construction work.
You must have heard about my electric bill if you were putting up insulation.
Yeah, we were like, anything, we got to put it up. And
yeah.
hopefully this will keep Kenny's bill down.
I felt bad for those you help. Unlike
the rest of these unhelpful people.
The unhelpful. I know. I get it, man. I get it. So the rated R superstar, and there it is right there. And I yelled at Adam the other day because he came in and I saw y'all talking politics, and I like, well, bring anytime you see a topic, change the subject. Just come in here, ask a question, and especially if there's even a little bit of a donation attached to it, we'll change the goddamn subject. We went to this was but no, Adam, in all seriousness, man, you bailed us out tonight. We really needed some help. And between you and Jazzy Jana, Michigan Mike, Paul RJ, and Daniel Limley, and I think that's all we got so far. We got a lot of kids needing help. Eunice's family needed 50 kilograms of rice. Number one, there's a lot of kids in that family. They're also basically adopted Shasha because they don't want her to go back. She does not want to go back to her father. Anytime a young kid does not want to go back to their father, that is a concern for me. And she hasn't told us anything. That's a red flag. When and she just turned 18. This is her senior year. Eunice will not graduate till she's 19. She had to skip a year due to family bullshit and stalking.
That's true. That's true. Little donation. You keep screaming for more no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
Well, you know what we say? If every one of our subscribers would give $1, we wouldn't ask for anything.
We wouldn't have to ask for a fucking penny if every subscriber just did $1 a month. We would be more than equipped to handle all the needs of the people in here. And even I would have, I wouldn't be bitching as much about my $375.
If a quarter of them,
the
lowest membership that we have, $3.
Never have to ask for a penny.
No.
Never have to ask for a penny.
I mean, we could if y'all wanted us to, just to kind of keep up.
I did get me 8 new bottles. I caught those on sale. These are 24-ounce bottles, not 20. I'm trying to drink more. Due to the surgery I might be having, like I said, I'll know more on Thursday. And like I said, guys, I mean, it's something to think about. And I had the discussion out at Two Rivers restaurant yesterday, and what a wonderful meal out there. I'd like to say wonderful people. And here's a little story about that. You're welcome, Ruby. And well, I'll try and get you a little bit more help over for your brothers, honey. We got a lot of people needing help. You're as Bob said about Jelly Bean. Jelly Bean's my project. You and Eunice are my project. Unfortunately, Vanessa, we have always tried to keep above water. We've tried to help her with her internet. We've tried to help with so many things. This one is out of our control. Yeah. We cannot, even if somebody come in here and donated $400 tonight, unless they said, give this to Vanessa, and this was their wishes, I think they would say, Kenny, feed as many families as you can. Get as many school supplies as you can. And I hate what they do to these kids in these schools. They put them in these situations with the uniforms and the backpacks and the shit they know they can't afford and school fees, but the government don't give them any help. I've been subbed for, I don't know
how damn long, so I don't know what the money's going towards. Oh, never mind. Bolin got to pay travel expenses and food, right? I mean, that Jack in the Box has gotten expensive.
The Jack in the Box fund needs to be built up a little further. There's no doubt. I did request $17.34 for my McDonald's combo meal. And my son's was a little cheaper.
The fans just threw you aside.
Yeah, and the fans threw me aside. No one offered. Now, Jazzy Jana covered my Jack in the Box months ago.
Yes,
she was very sweet. Covered my Jack in the Box. Now, Good Chris occasionally says, Kenny, do something for yourself. Now, Bad Adam has never ever said that. Bad Adam has never ever said, Kenny, do something for yourself. He's never said it.
Bad Chris one time said, Kenny, if you do anything for yourself, I'll move in with you, which was a horrible threat. I mean, I can't.
Yeah,
imagine.
so I didn't do anything for myself. I knew better. Well, damn.
That is off the value menu, Adam.
That was off the value menu. That was the new smoky double quarter, and it appeared, you know, in this day and age, it wasn't that bad. We'd gotten all that bad news at the doctor's office. Neither of us got the news we wanted. And he says, Dad, where you want to eat? I said, man, I've been wanting that new smoky, that smoky barbecue quarter pounder thing. And if I'm going to die, I'm going out fucking happy is what I'm going to do. And so we pull in over there and look at the single version of the smoky barbecue. It's basically a quarter pounder with cheese with bacon, lettuce, tomato, and barbecue sauce. It's more or less what it is.
Yeah.
Cheese. And so the single version of it was $9 something, or you can get the double version for 10 something. I said, well, fuck. I'll pay $1 more and I'll get the double quarter, double the meat.
Get another quarter pound of meat.
And I'm going to eat half of it now, and I'll eat the other half for dinner later tonight, which is exactly what I did.
So you actually had a quarter pounder both times.
And another quarter pounder a little bit later.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I had a half pound. Just took me a couple of meals to do it. And it came with a large fry and a large drink. My son, we had a $3 app for him to get some $3 chicken nuggets, and then his drink. But the whole bill come to 17 and change. Out of kindness of my own heart, the meal was on me because I know. That's what friends do. There have been, I'll tell you what me and my son do. And he gets mad sometimes when I bring it up, but when we see restaurants mistreating homeless people, and I have seen it in a lot of restaurants. I'm not going to throw out any names right now. McDonald's has been one. I guess I am. Not that particular McDonald's. Not that one, but another one on Hurstbourne Lane. There was a Burger King on Shelbyville Road.
Right.
And there was a Taco Bell on Shelbyville Road. Right. We have seen the very insulting and rude to homeless people.
Right. Well,
so when they
and I'm not going to defend that.
Hear me out. Let me finish my story, and then I'm going to turn you loose. So we saw him up there, and the guy was trying to pay for his meal, and his meal was like $7, and he had 3 and change. And he's, you know, can you help me out? I'm really hungry. And no, you need to get out of here. And me and my son are looking like, God damn, they got all that fucking food back there. They're going to throw away. They got all kinds of shit stacked up in the bin. They're going to throw it away. And it says, no, you don't have the money. You need to go. So my son walked up there and said, no, he ain't going anywhere. He's with us. He's with us. His meal's on us. Give him what he wants. And the guy said, can I have, so he ordered a little more. He said, can I have it? Yeah, whatever you want. Get it. And you're sitting with us. So we didn't know who the fuck he was. He was it turned out he was a wrestling fan, but he thought Jerry Lawler died 20 years ago.
Wow.
And he saw
he saw that Raw episode, and that was the end of it, right?
Yeah. He said, fuck it, I don't want to watch wrestling no more. And but he said, didn't Jerry Lawler die 20 years ago? Because he asked me how I got in the wrestling business. I said, well, Jerry Lawler kind of inspired me. And they said, well, yeah, he died about 20 years ago, didn't he? And like I said, homeless guy. I don't know when the last time was he saw TV. But they were going to throw him out. No, you're not. He's with us. Well, he ain't got no money. Yeah, he does. Whatever he wants. And we've done that a few times. And I know he hates for me to mention it, but my son is the one who'll fucking do that shit. He will not let the homeless be mistreated. And we've done it on Bardstown Road right here where we live.
Right.
Watch them try to mistreat homeless. And no, not if we're in there. That fucking shit ain't happening. They will sit with us. They will eat, and we'll pay for it. It ain't that fucking much money in the retrospect of things. And if we got to do without, we're going to make sure they get something to eat, because we can eat when we go home. Sure. If we ain't got enough cash on us or enough on the old debit card, they're going to eat, because we don't know if they're eating again. I mean, these people are out collecting money to go to the liquor store. That's one thing. But when they're at McDonald's, they want fucking food. They're pulling out what money they've got and laying it on the goddamn counter. Where's some fucking compassion? You're throwing away a bunch of fucking food. You got managers. Oh, if we do that for one, we got to do it for everybody. Well, guess what? From all the homeless that go up and down the street, and you don't have to do it for everybody because they're the only homeless person in here. Well, they'll go tell somebody. So I kind of see what they're saying, but you got to do something. You got to have some fucking compassion. You know, I don't know. And you were going to say, Bob, but I wanted to get that whole story out.
So, and I don't condone the rudeness. That's at all. But a lot of times the homeless will come in. They'll use the restrooms.
Yeah.
They'll, not buy anything because they don't have any money.
Right.
And so the restaurant workers, they see this happen over and over and over again. There's going to, obviously there's just human reaction. You're going to be a little resentful of, you keep coming in, use our bathroom. You probably don't smell very well.
The Popeyes that's on my show right now, they're very strict about the homeless coming in using their bathroom. You got to buy something to use the bathroom. They're very strict about it. And they're not shy about it either. Not much we can do about that. But I do remember a time a homeless came in on Bardstown Road, wanted to use the bathroom. They wouldn't give him the code. Chris goes up. I can use the bathroom, right? What's the code? They gave Chris the code. It was 4161, whatever it was. Chris walks over, punches code. There you go. They were furious. There you go.
Well, and right.
So goddamn bathroom.
Right. So if I'm buying food for somebody, and like you guys have done, you buy them something. I've been in a grocery store. I've come out of a grocery store, and yes, you see that there's guys that are out there begging. And typically, I'm like, all right, you want some food, and I'll buy you food. I'd rather buy you food than give you money.
Buy you food. Yeah,
right.
And Pasta Tart's right. Pasta Tart's right. I've heard of it too. And I would quit. I would quit doing business with any store that did that. I've heard of it. And no, I would quit doing business with them. I mean, because here's going to be because Bob's making his point. Here's my point. They're doing what we do. Right. If we were in is when I talk about the border, they're only doing what the fuck we would do. And it was brought up by people smarter than me this week. You want to solve the economic crisis in America? Open those goddamn borders up. Let anybody. There's 60 million jobs. I've heard between 40 million and 60 million that we can't fill. We can't fill it because nobody here wants to fucking do it. Oh, the people that you're letting into this country, they're all criminals. No, they're not. We're the criminals. We commit crime probably at a 20 to 30% higher rate than foreigners do. The last thing they want to do once they get here, they're coming over here to vote. Oh, yeah. That is the dumbest motherfucking thing ever. You got over here. The poll watching. All the Republicans. Watch the poll. If you see something suspicious, where are you not going to go if you're here and you don't want to get? And now that they're putting out, we're going to herd up 20 million migrants. Factor in that cost. The cost of herding them up, the cost of detaining them, the cost of transporting them. You want to talk about an economic crisis. Oh, they're telling you dumb fucks what you want to hear. Now factor in what that's going to cost, even if you did it. And now migrants that are here, they're going on the news saying, yeah, I've worked in 8 different states. I go state to state just looking for whatever work I can get. Now we're terrified what they're going to do to us. They're going to put us in these fucking camps like another country used to do with people they didn't like. They're going to put us in these fucking camps. God knows what the fuck's going to happen to us. They're going to separate us from their fucking families. So we're just going to work and we're going to go home. We're not going to put ourselves out there. My daughter-in-law was in the same boat. She was in this country married to my son for 7 years. And Trump was in office trying to round up every fucking migrant he could get because technically Maya was an illegal immigrant. Even though she was married to Chris, paperwork wasn't done. She
overstayed her visa, right?
Overstayed her visa, and her immigration attorney died during the process, and the paperwork died with him. Wow. They had to start all fucking over and do it again. Yeah. I don't like people use money to buy alcohol instead of food.
Well, no, I don't give them money. Right? I'll be happy. I go drinking with them. All right, well, let's go get a fucking beer then. Fuck. Let's go get liquored up, me and you. And but no. But I there is one time I gave money to somebody that does that. You know why? Honesty. We're coming down. I told you I'm going to use it for booze.
Yeah. No. He's standing on the street corner and he's got, I need money for beer. I said, Chris. Chris was driving. I was in the passenger seat. I said, and I couldn't roll my window down. I had my window wasn't working. Roll the window down. What are you going to do? I said, you're about to see. Roll the window down. I waved the guy over. I gave him $5. I said, drink one on me, buddy. Go get you. I need money for beer. I appreciated his fucking honesty.
Yeah.
He didn't say I want money for food and then go to the liquor store. He told you what he was going to do with it.
I've seen kids on street corners sometimes have signs that need money for prom. Sure, what the hell.
Well, they're fucked. They ain't getting no prom money out of me. So, what's Pasta got to say there?
It's a good test if you offer them food. If they're really homeless, they're happy. If they get mad, then they're just scammers.
Some of them are. My local McDonald's here matches what we buy. Let's say we go in there and we buy 50 hamburgers or 100, and we've done both. And I don't talk so much about what we do for the local homeless here because I try to focus on our Filipino families because we can help so many more people for so much less money. 100 hamburgers is a lot of money these days. But McDonald's has been kind enough, not only do they match the $100, a lot of us miss Roman. It'll be an exciting day when he comes back for everybody. But he's coming back as a babyface. And what's that?
I think he'll be back at SummerSlam.
I think he makes a surprise appearance there. Yeah. Well, it ain't going to be a surprise because everybody.
Well, I mean, it's like unannounced.
The surprise is if he doesn't come. It's going to be
an unannounced appearance.
So what McDonald's does for us now, I don't know if the new regime does this or not. There's new management, and we haven't done it since the new regime came in. But the old regime, we go up there and buy 100 hamburgers. They give us another 100. Well, goddamn, you're going to help 100 people get a hamburger. Here, now they get 2. We'll match it. You know what else they did? They'd match it with 100 bottles of water. Because water fucking costs money too.
Yeah.
And that was during COVID, and they wouldn't let them fucking drink out of the fountains. They wouldn't let them go in places and drink, so they didn't have no fucking water. So and what happens when we go there? The police show up. You can't feed the bears. Don't feed the bears. Don't feed the deer. Don't feed the giraffe. Don't feed them. And I can tell you what my son said, what Maya said. And then I just sat there. I just do what they do. I just do what they do. And we just kept handing out the food. And we tell the officer, what would you do? They're fucking hungry and we're here to feed them.
Well, and like cities.
Why don't you go lock up a real fucking criminal? Why don't you do that?
It's like cities that pass ordinances that don't allow you to give out food to the homeless. Republican and there's been Republican legislatures that have done this, that pass laws that prevent you from handing out water to people who are standing in line to vote.
You ever watch Larry David? You ever watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
No, I've not been.
Watch the final season. The whole season is about what Larry did in Atlanta. Ted Danson there as himself protesting, wanting those motherfuckers to get water. Larry David hands out water to a black protester. I'm sorry, a black voter, and he gets arrested. And the whole season is the court process. Mm-hmm. So, and I love Larry David. To me, it's a very funny show. It's the last time you get to see Richard, the comedian that died recently.
Right.
The guy that was always in agony and just life was a bitch. Right. Richard, not Richard Belzer. That's
not
another,
Richard Newhart. That was
not Richard, not Bob Newhart. Wasn't him. I'll give you some money if you need it, Kenny or Bob. Well, Billy, you don't get your check until the first of the month. No, you just save your money till you
do
get
it
your
when
check.
you can, Billy. That's okay.
Yeah. No, you save your money till you get your check, and then if you want to make a pledge or a donation, then Richard Lewis. There you go. Yeah. Thank you, Jazzy Jana. And I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. And one of the funnier episodes ever, you'd probably have to Google it to find out, is Timothy Oliphant on there. It is a funny fucking episode. He's not on there as Raylan Givens. He's on there as Timothy Oliphant. And as you know, Ted Danson's on there with his wife, who also starred on Justified. She played a bad girl in season 6 and a great fucking heel. I can't think of his wife's name, but she was a great fucking heel in season 6. And I've been hearing great reviews about The Boys.
Mary Steenburgen.
That seems like a show you'd like. You've been watching The Boys?
I watched the first season of The Boys.
I watched quite a bit of first season, but I've jumped to season 4 for a reason, which is not normally the way to do it. Negan's on The Boys. And they said that Republicans thought The Boys was a pro-Republican show, and apparently season 4 says, nah, mama, nah, no, we're not.
Yeah, so I think I watched the first 2 seasons of it, and I just never haven't picked it back up. Not because I don't like it. That was
kind of me. It wasn't that I didn't like it. It's just there's so many fucking
so many other things going on. It's hard to go. That's on again.
I'm back in. I'm back in. But season 4 has got my boy Negan, and Negan is Negan. He's the same character in every fucking show he's in.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, if you want to laugh your ass off, we're out in Carroll County yesterday, and me and my son are jamming to the tunes, and he likes rap music, and I like, and I like a lot of his music. And he says, well, what song would you like to hear that you love? I said, Party Train. I said, you down for a little Gap Band? He's, fuck yeah, I'm down for some Gap Band. So we play Party Train, and we crank that motherfucker up. I said, please, God, when we get to the restaurant, let's have fucking Party Train cranked up. I'm going to see if y'all hear it. I don't know if we're going to get a strike or not, Bob. Is it worth trying?
Why
for Party Train? And tell me how clearly you hear it or don't. Computer, play Party Train by the Gap Band.
Party Train and similar songs on Amazon
play a
Music.
little bit of
Pretty
it.
loud. I can hear this.
Is it going to be loud?
Yeah. Now I'm not hearing anything.
Well, I guess we'll know in a minute.
I heard
I might get up on my table and dance.
the device loudly,
There we go.
but now I'm not hearing the song.
Let me know how clear it is when the music is, because on my end it's crystal clear.
Okay, I just heard a train whistle.
Is it too loud?
No, I can barely. I heard the train whistle, but I can't really hear the music.
No, the music's coming. I didn't realize the train took so long. Okay.
But now I hear some drum.
Yeah. Can you see this in Carroll County with a couple of white guys?
Should have pulled up with flashlight
Computer.
on this.
Stop. Computer. Stop. Okay, now how clear was that on your end?
It would
One
go
to
up
10.
and down, up and down. And I probably go about
Okay,
a 5.
that's what I was getting when I'm trying to record it. It's going through the mixer. It's going from the line out of the Echo Ball to the line in of my mixer.
Right.
I used to be able to record these things crystal clear. I
don't know why it's not.
redid some buttons and I did some test recordings. I played Horse with No Name. I love to sing Horse with No Name. And Billy said, it's a great song. So I wanted to play, and I want us to dance our way into Two Rivers. 350 old white people watching me and my son party train our way to our table. If you haven't seen the video, watch the video of Party Train by the Gap Band. And then if you think that's great, bring up Laurel and Hardy dancing to Party Train.
Oh,
You would
gosh.
swear to God. Have you seen it?
No, but just the idea of
Oh
that
my God.
just-
Oh, have you seen the one where they dance in front of a little bar and they, oh my God, just because it's really a slow song they're dancing to, but they're dancing to Party Train. And it looks like they were dancing to Party Train.
Nice.
It is bring it up for a minute just so you can see it. If you can
So, Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy dancing to Party Train.
Train.
It's black and white, of course.
Dance to the Gap Band.
Can you throw it up on the goddamn screen? Can you for a few minutes? We'll talk over it. Hopefully, we don't get taken down.
All right, let's see what we can do here. Go back.
Who
to
likes
the
Party Train is what I want to know. I want to
studio
hear
for a
white
second.
people. Love that fucking song. Adrian Reynolds got me hooked on the Gap Band.
The song is not, but
The song is
Okay.
not. The song probably it should be. Should be.
it should be. All right, so there we go. That's the
Now, and if you really want to appreciate what you just saw, find the original video of what they're really dancing to in the movie. It's two different songs. Two different songs. So you don't have to do it here. Well, if the fans give a shit, they can look it up. But Party Train, I thought the real video of Party Train. Who's the lead singer of the Gap Band? Where's the cowboy hat?
Tony Gap.
His name isn't Tony Gap. Stop it. I don't think. Gonna be egg on my face if it is, but I don't think so.
All right,
Lead
this
singer of
is
the Gap
one-
Band.
Yeah, just to show you that this is not the only song that has been danced to by the great Laurel and Hardy.
Laurel and Hardy. Yeah.
We're going to show you another.
Charlie Wilson. There you go. Because we have a appliance store here called Charlie Wilson Appliances. Oh, you go. This is probably going to look pretty good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not actually Michael Jackson singing. This is actually just Laurel and Hardy. Look at the feet tapping.
Swift.
Yeah.
This is like Taylor Swift. Gotta be a little careful.
Billie Jean. Yeah. Laurel and Hardy are not my daughter.
They're not my love either. Not my love. The last donation we got, apparently they all said fuck it after the big donation from Edge Copeland.
Yeah, see, we just made Jana Adams a weekend. So we played Billie Jean for her.
Billie Jean. Billie Jean is just one of the great fucking songs of all time. I mean, it really is. And his performance at God, it wasn't the Apollo. Where did he do that at? Wasn't the BET Awards? Where he made the moonwalk famous.
Where he did the moonwalk for the first time.
Probably 86. It was before Chris was born, so it was 86, I guess. And God, I forgot the show, but wasn't the Apollo, I don't think. It wasn't BET. I don't think it was even the MTV Music Awards.
It was, let's see here.
But it was Jackson, some type of award show, some big show. We want Jimmy. Jimmy Valiant ain't here tonight.
Jimmy Valiant. You know what? We'd love to have Jimmy Valiant come on our show. Or
he charges
not Johnny Valiant though. Johnny Valiant. Jimmy
apparently charged. Now whether he charged me or not, I don't know.
I don't know. Now I know his kid, or I don't really know him. We're Facebook friends. Gary Valiant. Who is like about
Are you sure that's his kid?
That is his kid. He bills himself as the Boogie Woogie Boy. He's in his 50s. Okay.
He was in. Now wait a minute. I was in Evansville. I had an autograph table, and the Boogie Woogie Boy sat across from me. I never saw one interaction between the Boogie Boy and Handsome Jimmy the entire weekend I was there.
There's a strained relationship there.
Well, or maybe they're not related.
Could be that too.
Could be that too. But no, he was at the table directly across from me, and I didn't know who he was till the final day. And then he comes over and introduces himself to me and Bruno, downtown Bruno. And you want Jimmy Uso on the show? I'm two SmackDowns behind. I'm 2 SmackDowns behind.
Step away from.
Yeah, I am 2 SmackDowns behind. So I got to get caught up on my Dom. I'm 2 Dom stories behind. I'm probably gonna watch those tonight and get caught up on that. That's probably my favorite storyline going right now in wrestling is that. I heard AEW is a little better. I hear Britt Baker being back has added a little bit to the show. I have not seen them yet. I will try to make it a point to get caught up and speed through that stuff a little bit, see what's going on there. And a little cooler weather tomorrow. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, thunderstorms in low 80s to upper 70s for the next 4 or 5 days. So I'm trying to save on fucking air conditioning is what I'm trying to do. Because air conditioning's hot. But Party Train. So for those of you watching the show, you want to see some Party Train after the show. Charlie Wilson and the Gap Band. Watch the original video. There's a cop in it. The cop's pretty cool. And check out that. And then if you want to watch Laurel and Hardy and hear it the way it was supposed to be heard, you can do that. What else we got? I need for Bob to calculate and see how long we're supposed to be here tonight. Well, we agreed to stay longer when we
do have 180, 193, $205.
So technically, how long are we supposed to be here?
So that's 20.
We may have to owe them some minutes because I am worn out tonight. We might have to add these minutes onto another show. Who the fuck is Alan? Who the fuck is Alan Jones?
Alan Jones is AJ Styles.
Is that his real name?
That's his real name, yeah. That's what the AJ stands for, is Alan Jones.
I never knew that. You know, AJ is one of the ones I've never met. My son's met him a few times. I've never met him. My son worked on a couple of shows that AJ was on, and he worked a couple of ROH shows, but I didn't work any of those. I was at one of them backstage when me and Jack Double Barrel Cannon were talking about changing his career, and then he got called up not long after that.
Yeah. So we actually would owe them 100 extra minutes. 130 minutes is just over 2 hours. So
well, we're going to give them an extra hour tonight. That'll take us to an hour and 35 minutes. We'll give them an extra hour tonight, and then what do we owe the people? Because I can't do 3 hours tonight because it does say
we'll bank that. So we're going to do 1 minute. That owes them. We give them 40
I don't think anybody wants Phil Brooks.
No. You know what though? It would be interesting to see that you have a mixed relationship.
We had good days and bad days.
Yeah.
But he blows Cornette now, so that ain't never going to happen.
Yeah.
Jimmy hated him when he was at OVW. That's the part I don't think he knows. Jimmy hated him, and when he stood up to Tony Atlas and was acting like he was a big deal and that he had sold out. Well, I don't even know why I'm here. I've worked Madison Square Garden, and Tony Atlas said, "Yeah, did you sell it out?" And Tony Atlas and him have both tried to downplay what happened that day. They're full of shit. They're doing political shit. I was there to watch that whole thing, and I stayed to see that, knowing that Punk or the Majors brothers or somebody, Bob knows, Paul knows that in the show. Did you see that empty Coliseum match they had recently where they went?
The empty arena match, also known as their Super Bowl.
The referees were warming up. He tried to claim it was referee warm-up time. The umpire, he didn't even call them referees; he called them umpires. I know you probably ignore all the. I know you probably ignore all the short videos I send you. Did you see the one with the others? You better quit ignoring them all, because if I send them to you, there's a purpose behind it. I want you to see them. I wouldn't send you something I wouldn't watch myself.
No, I thought you wanted Coltrane to see them.
No, that's why I send it to both of you. Quit putting all this. Where's that little fucker tonight?
He said he had to take JJ to the airport.
JJ's his walking fucking excuse. JJ's his AIDS. JJ's his COVID. JJ's his my right arm fell off today. Every time he's got an excuse, he throws JJ in there. It's like when I use people to get out of shit.
She's the crutch. Yeah. Yeah.
He's the crutch every time.
I'm sorry. I wanted to do this, but Bob wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
I wanted to send money over, but Bob said no.
Yeah, Bob said no. I've seen 8 excuses out of Coltrane. In the last 8 excuses I've seen, JJ's name has been attached to it.
You know who I'd like to get back on? Been
Who?
A while.
Who'd you like? Who?
Ben Hameen.
Can you imagine what emotional high that motherfucker's on right now? He's got his pot store opened up in New York.
Yep.
Says they're doing more business than ever before, and they think Trump's got Tampon Don. I hear he finally took the bandage off on the 7th day. Trump removed the tampon. Is that true? Because I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen anything today. So.
Well, yeah, he's given another racist speech today up in Michigan.
He's holding a
rally.
He's
back. He's holding another Klan rally. He's doing the same shit he was doing before.
So, and I'll say.
Hi, Heart Delos. How you doing, sweetie?
I'll say one last thing about the convention. I've never seen a more uncomfortable looking person than Melania Trump.
Oh my God! Did you see Trump when there's my wife Melania? Did you see him smucker those lips up like he's going to get one on the lips? And I sent the pre-streams of it. Melania going, no, mama, no, you motherfucker. You ain't kissing me with those nasty lips. He leans in thinking he's going to get one on the lips. He's trying to milk it for the crowd. And she goes as far left as you can go, maybe even politically. She goes as far left as she can go to make sure. And she's leaning way into his ears, basically telling him, don't you dare fucking kiss me, you motherfucker. They all begged her. What is Adam doing? What the fuck?
He's just gone. He's lost.
He's just gone total. He's drinking. He's drinking.
He's visiting Donald Flowers.
That's why we got the $100 donation tonight.
He's visiting Donald Flowers. Is what he's
visiting Donald Flowers. Oh, yeah, we used to get good donations from Donald when he was drunk.
Yeah,
we always promoted him to drink before the show. I guess he quit drinking because he hadn't donated in a long time. So yeah, Tampon Don, and every doctor that's been watching and evaluating these shows, he said there's no way There's no way that you need a bandage that big. And if you did, you wouldn't wear it that way. And then these fucking puppet masters out there, puppeteers, I should say, wearing that fucking bandage under. They ripped me off, Bob. I was the first to do it. Only I used duct tape.
Well,
And I was making fun of the clown, and they're worshiping the clown. And I still think there's something to he never got hit by a bullet. They won't release the medical records. Nobody went down behind the path of the bullet. Nobody went down. Nobody died. Nobody was even nicked. I think the eyewitness testimony, who, by the way, has disappeared. She claimed that there was another person that was a shooter in a water tower. She was telling her story for 3 fucking days as a front row eyewitness. Yeah, they got away. Well, that don't look good for Secret Service. Oh, they said the Secret Service is going to try something new, looking for armed people at rally events. He was all over the place. Everybody saw him but Secret Service. So we're going to try something new. We're going to look for the armed people. The ones that have guns on a roof, we're going to focus on those guys. They could be up to no good. So I think there's something to because they said the glass from the teleprompter is what got his ear, not a bullet.
I didn't see
Nobody went there because if the bullet got his ear, that bullet had to hit somebody. There were no gaps. When I see Melania, I always blink twice. If you yeah, they said insiders said everybody tried to beg her to speak. You got to speak. You will put us over the top if you speak. They said that when she put out the message about Trump getting shot, she didn't even do it. It was AI generated. I said someone else wrote it for her. I didn't go AI. I said somebody else wrote it for her. And no, well, I guess technically they did. She apparently had an AI generated response to old Donnie Boy getting shot, or shot at, I should say. But I think there's something to the glass hitting his ear. We want Jacobs. He's drinking. He's out grilling out food, liquored up, eating barbecue. That's what he's doing. But shout out to my good friends at Two Rivers. We had a wonderful time. This is how bad it got, Bob. Have we given them? We haven't got. We're going to go to the 1 hour, 35-minute mark. And then we're going to owe you some time.
We're getting up there. We owe you 40 minutes.
Yeah, we'll owe you 40 minutes is what we'll owe you. So I'm at the restaurant, and I'm thinking that we are pissing off so many people that they keep rotating waitresses because one waitress will wait on us, and they're all Trumpers. Die-hard, uneducated, Nimrod, IQ somewhere in the 50s or 60s, graduation, grade point level, approximately 8th grade. Not my good friends at Two Rivers, of course. The fan base that keeps coming to my table.
Right.
And because I'm kind of a big deal out there. Not a lot of big stars like me that roll up at the
You know what, though? I heard that you got, and this is a little bit of an off-topic thing, but I heard that you got disrespected by your high school.
I did. Very, very
that's
much.
The story for next Tuesday.
We can basically they've chose someone else to be the Grand Marshal of Oldham County Day. I lived at 117 West Main Street. I lived at 117 East Main Street for a combined 14 fucking years at these two addresses. I own Main Street. The parade goes right down Main Street.
Right down both past houses.
I don't think I'm covering too much ground here in saying that I am the biggest star ever in the history of LaGrange. I'm the biggest TV star. I'm the biggest movie star. I'm the biggest podcast star. I am literally the biggest star because I've been a star everywhere from 589 to my current, to that. And they took a hamburger flipping woman named Liska Riley, who runs Burger Queen, it used to be, and then it was Dairy Queen, or maybe it was Drug. I don't know what it is now. I think it's Dairy Queen.
And she doesn't even work there anymore.
No, she does not work there anymore. She's retired.
She had 12 strokes. I mean, one should disqualify her.
You read more than I read.
No, I read the article. I'm like, why do you want this woman over Kenny? She's had 12 strokes.
So, really? Oh, I didn't read that. Now I'm kind of feeling bad.
Well, no, but if
maybe say
she might have another one right in the middle of the parade.
Could have one during the parade. Maybe they should have made me the Grand Marshal and then say, hey, man, I'm going to live to be another 30, 40 years if I listen to my
literally, Adam, 12 strokes.
No, apparently I didn't read the article because it was a lot of small type.
Well, and it was
So
like
you read
not
the
talking
article.
about you.
Well, you were probably as offended as I was to see
I
Grand
was.
Marshal of Oldham County Day and my name wasn't at the top of the ticket.
Wasn't even an
How
alternate.
am I not the goddamn Grand Marshal? Now, let's face it, 70 to 80% Oldham County are Trumpers. Probably at least 70, maybe 80. I have not been invited to the 45th reunion yet, me or my friend John Whelan, or my friend Carla Hall, or my friend Angie Spees, former girlfriend of mine.
Either.
Yeah, former. Was your high school in Texas?
No.
Okay. Oh, somebody wrote me today. I forgot who it was. I got to do some little research, but somebody lives close to you. And I said, hey, my co-host lives down that way. And I told him where you live. And I said, you're not too far from the football stadium, right?
Yeah, I'm within 20 minutes.
I think they said, now, is the football stadium Irving?
It's in Arlington now.
Give me the little sub-cities.
So Arlington, Irving, Grand Prairie.
Okay, Arlington and Irving were what I was talking about. They apparently, they thought you were like in either Arlington or Irving, and they were in the other. They said you were a little bit of a drive from them. And I've done forgot who it was, but I told them that my co-host was down that way, and they're not far from you. And I done forgot who it was.
Everything's a little bit of a drive in the DFW area because that's just what
we got a donation from Edge Copeland at 10:18. It is now 11:09. We got 50 minutes, and not one of you wanted to help any of these kids. Just laying it all on 4 people. All right.
But we do appreciate those people.
Yeah, we appreciate the 4.
Though, actually, isn't it right? 5. Jana, Mike, Daniel, Edge.
I'm seeing.
And there's another one. Paul RJ. Don't look at Paul RJ.
I gave one of my friends some advice, and I think he's taking it.
Buy low, sell high.
Well, that's the advice. Yeah, he took the advice a little late, but I didn't know about the situation till late. There we go. Okay, yeah. And I told him how all this was going to play out, and he said, "Well, we'll see." And now we've seen it played out exactly like I told him it was going to play out. I'm not trying to sound like the smartest guy in the world, but I know people.
Oh,
and I know bad people, and I know good people.
Trump has a new nickname for the vice president.
Do me a favor.
Laughing Kamala.
Yeah. That one's been out for a little bit. Do me a favor and show Eunice having coffee with her cats.
Sure.
Just pick your favorite one. I think I sent you most of them. I know one of the cats' names. Did she get me? Okay, yeah, I got both cats' names.
One of them should be called almost like Bones.
Okay, I'm sending these to Jason and Bob. There's a close-up I want shown.
Oh, my God.
Of the cat that Donald Trump would never own.
That's a frightening.
He would never own that cat.
Okay, so that... okay,
yeah,
when I first saw that picture, I thought the beads were their teeth. That was kind of scary. Oh, Bob,
you never own that cat. Nope. And I'm going to send you I kind of like this one. I'm trying to see Eunice's face in here too. This is Eunice's wake-up face. I think Eunice is pretty without makeup and getting all duded up or dudetted up or whatever.
You know, I beat Jelly Beans the same way.
Yes, I agree. I've seen Jelly Bean's wake-up face. Remember, Jelly Bean? She's still sleeping.
She's still sleeping.
She's still sleeping. She's sleeping, little girl.
For more money. I don't know. She said, "My Bobby Bob, can I please?"
Well, that electric bill's due.
It's not due for another week. Thank you very much.
Well, I sent her my electric bill. Say, hey, let Bob get my electric bill money.
Yeah, she's gonna say, my Bobby Bob, I got a new electric bill here.
Yeah,
it's a lot of Kenny's.
I hope Daddy.
All right, so this is the cat.
That is the cat that Donald Trump would never. My cat doesn't even have a collar. I got to get my cat. I don't know how I would get the collar on my cat. Meow meow. Meow meow does not go along with that shit.
Well, I don't know how it would. Just the thumbnail, I thought, oh, it's the scariest looking teeth on that cat that I've ever seen.
Well, that cat is one that has not been named after one of my animals. That cat is Panther drinking coffee. Everybody in the
Panther.
Philippines drinks coffee, and that little one there, that's Baby Bella. There we go. Good one. That's Baby Bella. And Panther's drinking coffee. Fucking addicted caffeine. Look at him, he's drinking coffee. What the fuck? My cat will eat cottage cheese. My cat will eat cheese. My cat loves ham. My cat does not eat tuna, believe it or not. I like
Baby
the collar.
Bella looks like she
the
hasn't
collar.
eaten in a year.
Baby Bella looks like she's got the mange and has 3 days to live. I don't mean to bring up negative shit. Baby Bella's on life support. Give that cat some coffee.
So who's
give
the
that cat a
poster she
pint of
got
drink.
behind her?
Poor Baby Bella. Panther looks like Panther's eating whatever the fuck he wants. I think Panther ate somebody. Panther, feed me, bitch. By the way, bring me a cup of fucking coffee if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And if you do mind, look at this face and see if you still mind. But they
That's right.
don't
You
mind.
just think you mind
That's
there.
a mean-looking fucking cat. And the cat is just drinking. Yeah, Trevor going, that cat's drinking coffee? And he's I got fucking orange juice over here, and that fucking cat's got coffee. I'd like some goddamn coffee. Yeah. Panther just going to town.
Yeah.
Well, after Panther had its coffee, did you see those eyes?
Yeah.
Panther wide awake now. So
Coffee.
yeah, that one looks a little hungry, darling. But we are sending them 50 kilograms of rice. For them, the dogs. Please send them for yeah, he's wanting to ask you. Yeah, he's drunk. I'll send you the profile and drunken Edge Copeland wants to ask you some questions. Then if we could only get Donald Flowers on here, liquor him up a little bit, match that donation, we'd be getting somewhere. Donald Flowers, I think his mother's moving in with him. There's been an expense to that, so he's kind of disappeared for a while. Mm-hmm. So, it is 11:15 at night on a Saturday night. We're down to about 20 some odd people. And what a cute kid! I know. I'd never seen a I've never seen a cat drink coffee, because she wrote me and says, "Daddy, me and the cats are having coffee," and I'm thinking, okay, the cats are watching you drink coffee, isn't that cute? No, then I get the picture. The cat's drinking coffee, and then I get the close up of the cat. That cat must have had about 4 cups. Can we show Panther one more time?
Sure.
I think Panther's about 4 cups into his day. He's ready to go to work. Yeah, Panther. I like the collar though. I got to get Meow Meow something like that. I don't know how I'd get it on her, because she would fight me tooth and nail to put something around her neck. She would think we was changing her name to Mike Pence and we were going to hang her.
Could be.
Poor little Bella. But these are 2 rescue cats she's got in her new area. But I think Eunice looks cute as hell. Freshly awake, having her coffee. She's always talking about makeup and, I think she's a beautiful young lady without all that. I don't know. My ex-girlfriend Jenny, she used to send me pictures of her when she'd wake up. I said, this is when you're your prettiest. I don't like the goddamn lipsticked up, eyebrowed, lined, and, not that I don't like it, but you look fine like this. Just wake up, go to work. Oh, I can never go to work like this. Well, you look great. You look great. Little party train. Oh, if we played Party Train, that cat would dance its ass off, as caffeined up as that cat is right now. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, what I do want you to watch is the story of Rob Lowe. It might not be Rob Lowe. It's somebody. It's one of the big famous stars of
The West Wing.
No. What's the movie that did real good that had Robert De Niro and
Raging Bull?
No, a recent movie that did real big. God damn it! I sent it to Dutch. Let me see what I sent Dutch.
Taxi Driver.
One taxi.
Ezra. Killers of the Flower Moon.
I thought it was Killers of the Flower. No, it wasn't Killers of the Flower Moon. Hang on. I sent this to Dutch and said you have to see this.
About my father.
Okay, here. Wait, where's Dutch? I sent this short to Dutch.
Ezra. Savage Salvation. Amsterdam Comeback Trail. That's so in the last.
Okay, I'm bringing it up. hang on. I'm bringing it up now. A lot of it's in Spanish. Well, that ain't helping me.
Oh wait, did you send? Hold on.
If I wasn't a great fucking writer.
Well, I
Really?
gotta put
Yeah.
my
Out
headphones
of
on.
of nowhere.
like
My
Jack
favorite thing that happened on The
Yeah,
Departed
Jack Nicholson. Okay,
was this
together.
story
Well, that's Matt Damon.
about a scene that I was not in,
Departed.
but he was, and the scene said it was 1/8 of a page, and it
Okay,
said
here's what we're gonna
Costello,
do.
which
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay,
that was
so now
Matt Damon.
I gotta go back to
talking about,
Facebook. I gotta go back to Facebook because I lost it, right?
Matt Damon
Here.
talking about Jack Nicholson, not.
Yeah. It's Matt Damon talking about Jack Nicholson in a movie called Departed. I thought I had seen Departed, but that's what it is. So just go on YouTube and look it up yourself.
All right.
And for those of you that want to see it, just go on YouTube and look up what's his name? Matt Damon. You look up Matt Damon talking about Departed with Jack Nicholson, where Jack Nicholson is supposed to be in a field and basically he's going to shoot somebody in the back of the head, and that's the scene. They think it's going to take an hour to shoot, and a very simple scene. And Jack Nicholson explains how we can make the scene better. And it is one of the greatest stories. I want you to watch. That's one of the ones I wanted you to see, Bob, is how Jack Nicholson dissects this simple scene and turns it into something extremely special. And the key of it is every time Matt Damon tells a story, and if you keep the cameras rolling, and then he'll tell a little bit more, and you'll think that's the end of the scene. But if you keep the cameras rolling, and there must be 7 of those, if you keep the cameras rolling, and it's a great fucking story about the movie Departed. I'm going to bring it up probably after the show tonight because I think I've seen it, but there's some scenes in Killers of the Flower Moon that are very much like it, that are very similar. So I need to find out.
Okay.
So
I'll look for that. I will watch that clip, and then I'll.
It is worth seeing. It is definitely worth seeing. And okay, I'm getting ready to
Matt
send
Damon's
you.
actually a really interesting guy. He's.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. And Jimmy Kimmel's always fucking with him.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel's okay. I'm sending you Edge Copeland's profile, so you know who to block. I mean, who to talk to.
Yeah. I've already blocked.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I sent it to Jazzy Jana. Jazzy Jana's got this story about Matt Damon talking about Jack Nicholson. And it is just, and I sent it to Dutch. I said, Dutch, you got to see this. This is just a great fucking story of a simple scene. There's wrestling promoters like this that will hear, okay, we can do that, but, and then there's certain people that can enhance it to something extremely special.
Yeah. Well, it's Damon tells the story when he and Ben Affleck wrote the script for Good Will Hunting. They sent it out. It was rejected, and they actually put in a scene.
They're going to be screwed because there's no way we're going to make that much money.
They actually put a scene in the script, a very bizarre sex scene with Robin Williams' character and Matt Damon's character. And the reason they put that in there is that they wanted to know who actually read the script. And most, because so the guys from whoever the company is that actually ended up finally developing the script, called them in, and the guy said, I just have one question for you. What is up with this scene? And they're like, we just put that in there so people to know who read it and who hadn't. So,
well, I can assure you, Edge, that Brock is not done. He will be back. He will do something.
He'll be back at SummerSlam. Maybe he and Roman can team up to form the new Heyman guys.
Not going to happen. Well, you know what? There is that connection. I don't think that's a moneymaker per se because that's overkill.
Yeah,
I think you get a lot further having them against each other than you do with each other. Yeah. I would never put them together, but that's just me. But what I would do is you got your four heel Usos against your 4 babyface Usos, and at 4 of the Usos, Sami Zayn. There's no way I would book that any other way. And then The Rock where's The Rock going to go? What's Rock going to do?
Yeah,
and
I think Rock comes down on,
and even there he could be a ref.
He'll be like
who's he going to?
He'll be like the puppet master behind Solo. That's what. That's The Rock's character for me. the puppet master behind Solo. And that's what leads to Rock versus Roman at the next WrestleMania.
Matt Damon and his wife spent a lot of time
Here
in the Bay
Byron Bay.
Well, the Byron Bay? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Where is the Byron Bay? Is that
it's in Australia somewhere.
No, they do not go there. No, Matt Damon told me personally. A lot of people don't know this. Damon and I are pretty good friends because both of us have been antagonized by Jimmy Kimmel. And Matt Damon says there's one place I'd never go to, and it is anywhere near Paul RJ or Australia or Australian rules rugby. And during the dead of winter, Paul RJ, just to tell you what a shitbag he is, will lie about the fucking weather. Paul RJ, not long ago, was telling me, oh my God, it's so fucking hot. It's 118 degrees down here, humidity 126. And then like 2 weeks later, he's freezing his fucking ass off with sub-zero temperatures. And I said, God damn, Paul. I said, that's pretty fucking extreme. I said, you were melting your balls off, to quote Coltrane. You were melting your balls off about 2 weeks ago. Now you're freezing your fucking ass off. And he says, I said, here in Louisville, it's kind of gradual. You know, I said, we're just kind of building into summer. And then, you know, October, you know, September, late September, we're hitting it to cool off a little bit. And then October is going to be a little cooler. November, a little cooler. And even into December, we got decent temperatures. It doesn't really get cold here till, you know, early January. January and February will suck. And we basically have 2 months of bad winter here. Everything else is pretty tolerable. No, King, it's been pretty gradual. No, it ain't. Three weeks ago, you was 106. And now today you're bitching about how fucking cold you are. And then he was bitching about 53. I sat on the porch sleeveless with my dogs at 53-degree weather. Just a beautiful day. And he's bitching about how cold it is. But no, Matt Damon and his wife do not go there. They wouldn't be caught dead. He told me so. Wouldn't be caught dead there. And he lies about the weather. Probably an honorary Trump supporter. I think he loves all that Trump news down there, to be honest with you. He probably writes a lot of Trump's lies.
If you lie about letters.
Trump lie about the weather. He lie about everything else. The weather. And talk about the weather. Bob, why can I not get the music to play clearly through my mixer? You heard it. What's wrong? You're the IT guy.
You have too much impedance on the resistors, and you need to turn down.
You're making shit up. You just make shit up. Much like Paul RJ. How's the weather down in Texas, Bob? How's the weather?
It's minus 300 degrees Kelvin.
Minus 300. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold.
Tomorrow now, the high will be 4,000.
Let's see what liquored up Copeland has to say. You got Rock and Reigns. Somehow Lesnar battles rest of the bloodline and dominates. Well, and that's why you should stay liquored up and let me handle the wrestling business, Adam. There you go. There it is.
There's so as far as
drinking, let me handle the wrestling shows.
Yeah.
As Nick Searcy from Justified said, Kenny, why don't you stick to wrestling and leave the politics to me? I said, well, no, I'll do both. You're a scary motherfucker.
Movies.
How about me and the star of Justified in a Twitter war? How about that shit?
Amazing.
He hadn't spoke to me lately, by the way. He hadn't blocked me. He hadn't blocked me, but he hadn't spoke to me.
He's probably embarrassed about his actions.
Wouldn't you think I should be the Grand Marshal just based on my Twitter war with Nick Searcy? He loved me at the show. He kissed my ass down at the show. And then he's, well, you know, Cornette's a big liberal. I said, yeah, so am I.
So your buddy Nick Namath, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, how's Dolphy doing? What do you got on Dolph?
He just became a TNA champion, apparently.
What? Really? I didn't even. Oh, he's 10. Hang on. I hate to shit on him.
Is it TNA or is that an AEW show? I can't remember what he's doing. No, he's in AEW now.
Okay, I was gonna shit all over because my old buddy, I'm struggling for names. He teamed with the Miz and got over, and they didn't like it.
Aaron the Idol.
Aaron the Idol Stevens was a TNA champion, so. Yeah. Which because I can whip Aaron the Idol Stevens any day of the week.
So you should be a proxy TNA champion.
I should be because and then here you go. I hate to blow myself, but in the words of Roddy Piper, I hate to blow my own horn, but who better knows the tune? And Bobby Heenan said it too. I beat Jerry the King Lawler. Name the belts. He was AWA heavyweight champion.
He was.
Makes me an heir apparent to the AWA heavyweight championship. I beat John Cena. Name all the belts John Cena's had.
16-time world champion.
16 time makes me a 17-time world champion because I beat him.
Right.
I beat Mark Henry, ECW world heavyweight champion, and whatever other belts he's had. So I beat him. I beat the Big Show. I beat Rob Conway, former NWA world champion. Makes me the reigning NWA world champion. When you beat the champion, you are the champion, right?
So you have the linear championship, the way they used to
linear
call them.
championship. And I ain't got one belt hanging in my house, unlike Conrad, the mortgage guy. He's known for mortgages.
Whatever happened to 2 belts that used to hang out here all the time? Would come on.
We're 2 belts. Yeah, we haven't seen 2 belts. He kind of went away. And I tell you who else went away that disappoints me. We made him a logo, South Dakota. What happened to South Dakota?
I don't know.
South Dakota, you little bitch. You just
Where are you, South Dakota?
Or we made you a logo, you little bitch. Somebody get word to South Dakota. Maya loves South Dakota. She loved his name. Wait, you beat the Invisible Man. Oh, that does count because
you beat an Invisible Man when you beat Cena. Nobody saw it.
I mean, when you beat the Invisible Man, that makes you even better.
He wasn't doing the "you can't see me" bit then. He was.
It hadn't started yet, so you got that. I saw him.
So now, what if he did this?
And this is me talking
and then
shit.
You do this.
There's videos
on each other.
Yeah, you can't see each other. There's videos out there where I beat Lawler. My mother managed him. That didn't help him. There's videos heavily played of me beating Cena. I don't know if there's any videos of me beating Henry and Big Show because I think
Mark probably had them all destroyed.
I think he bought them. I think he bought the rights. And but no, and Conway, I beat him in Bedford. And Henry, I beat at I don't think he knew it was going to happen, but Jimmy get mad at him. He just had me beat him. He was furious at Big Show over shit. So, and he had Crony beat Russ McCullough like 5 times. Kryptonite Crony. So, yeah. So I think, and I'll beat Nick Searcy if shit happens there too. I will beat Nick Searcy.
Yeah.
With class and dignity. I'm not going to hurt him real bad. I mean, I'm not trying to make a reputation. I've beaten
hurt his feelings probably.
He did go to Glencoe. So as long as he doesn't shoot me, and he is a diehard Republican, and he might. My brother has a walker, and it's got a lid on it.
Kenny isn't beating I thought you said your mom. You don't have to. WrestleMania is such an overblown stage.
Yeah. I mean, goddamn, I beat Lawler, Big Show, Mark Henry, John Cena, and Rob Conway. What the fuck else you want me to do? I mean, I know where you live. I have your address.
You beat Ric Flair. You beat Ric Flair. I hit
a home run. I hit a home run off Ric Flair,
and you beat him in a bet.
And I beat him in a bet. So I guess technically I've beaten him twice. I hit a home run in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium off Ric Flair, and I beat him in a bet with the Louisville Cardinals that Bobby Eaton made him pay. Good old Bobby.
There you go.
Good old Bobby. And
rest in peace, Bobby.
Well, Adam, I hope you're happy tonight. I think you got plenty of wrestling tonight. Doesn't count that you beat an Invisible Man. I'll come out there with you. I got your address. If you want a 64-year-old man to show up out
you'll
there,
be an Invisible Man after Kenny beats you.
And pin you in your hometown in about 8 seconds. 5 seconds to grab you. 2 seconds to put you down, and 3 to count. That's 8 seconds. Yeah, don't do it. Well, you and me, OVW, I'm down. No, I ain't gonna do it with OVW. They don't pay me enough. I'll just come out there and whip your ass for free. How about that? Catch me outside. Just to bring up a Dr. Phil reference.
There you go.
All right. We gave the people way more than they deserved.
So we gave them an hour and 55 minutes.
Based on donations of 4 fucking people.
So we had to give them 5 because you can't. Paul RJ did donate.
I ain't counting Paul RJ. So I'm giving him his money back.
Okay.
He's down there bitching about the fucking weather like a bitch.
You're not going to give it back. You know better.
No, I'm not. I'm keeping his money to pay for my Whopper. No, I didn't get a Whopper. I got the double smoky quarter.
Barbecue quarter.
BLT. The BLT. The double smoky BLT. I'm keeping his money, and somebody owes me $4. I think that sounds fair, wouldn't you?
Well,
Bob, you got $4 on you?
Take that out of the 100. Take it out of 100.
Take it out of 100 that Edge sent. He sent extra.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to use that for gas.
He
I was
said
going to
he was
use
going
this.
to. He
I was
said
going to use this extra 40 for gas money to go out there and beat his ass with.
That's what I was going to say. He sent you 60.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
He promised you 60.
It's a
Gave
good
you
ride.
extra 40 just
It's
so you
about a
can
half
come out there and beat him up.
Half tank for me to go out there and beat his ass. And then I'm going to take him down to Two Rivers and give him a good meal just to show him I'm a sport.
Yeah.
I'm going to beat his ass, use his $40 of gas money to go do it with, and then I'm going to take him to Two Rivers and get him a nice meal.
And then beat his ass again.
And then beat his ass again and take whatever leftovers he's got.
Exactly.
And then ask him for gas money back home. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Sounds fair. Well, there you go, Edge. You star the show tonight. So, all right.
We will be back on Tuesday
night, Louisville Gardens. Bell time, not 8:05, but 9:05.
It'll be the greatest crowd in the history of Louisville Gardens.
Louisville wrestling fan, you know, one of the biggest crowd I've signed in many years, and none other than Bob Hazelwood. Bob Hazelwood down there in Arlington, Buford, Mainstream, Texas, down there next to the river, down there next to somewhere near the Oklahoma border, maybe bordering Arkansas. We don't know where Bob's from, but he's down there. Close to the ballpark, down there at Arlington Ballpark. What's the name of that ballpark y'all play in now?
Globe Life Field.
What the fuck? I like ballpark at Arlington. That is a fucked
The
up name.
ballpark at Arlington was a great. Well, see,
And what happened to you guys? You're down there for the All-Star game. Your pitcher had 8 days off and got his ass lit yesterday.
By the Orioles.
He didn't give my Reds made a big comeback in the ninth, but Ellie Della was the tying run and it didn't work out.
Yeah,
we were getting our ass handed to us too. But goddamn, they were talking about all this time off and all these players that live in Texas got to play an All-Star game. The opposing team had a player that lives in Texas. He just stayed down there the whole time. And that motherfucker came out, what, he hit 2 homers?
I don't want to hear about him.
All right, well, just be negative about it. All right.
I will be negative. We'll be back on Tuesday. Will there be a new Democratic presidential nominee?
By Tuesday? Nah, won't happen that quick.
So do you think it will happen?
But if there is, we'll talk about it. If there is, we'll talk about it. And Adam Copeland will be here to talk politics with us. Because if you're bitching,
we might even bring him on. If he's drunk enough, we might even bring him on.
Before I drive out there and beat his ass, we'll bring him on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Use his gas money to go out there and beat his ass. But I'm going to feed him some good catfish. I brought some catfish, some salmon, some pasta salad, and peach cobbler. I think I'm going to go have me some peach cobbler.
Pasta tart salad.
All of it homemade family recipes out there.
Perfect.
Everything made from scratch. No ship in shit.
Yeah.
Not even the people. Trust me. All right. Not even the people.
Listen, if you ain't good enough for your own family.
No, exactly. We said good day. We said good night.